Welcome back to Pickleball U, episode number 8, the number one collegiate podcast in the world because we're still the only one. Let's go, boys. We got Timber Tucker, David Tab, and me, the best one of the three, Martin.
Hey.
And David's gone.
David's gone.
David's gone.
I'm back. Wait, I wanted to show you. We got some special guests here today.
Oh, let's see
Eric
it.
Dillon, say hi.
What's up, guys?
Who's your favorite college pickleball team?
FAU.
FAU and Mizzou. There you go.
FAU, we will be talking about them.
Yes,
What a bandwagon pick.
Yeah, exactly.
he's a top chaser. I don't know.
Yeah, no, not a deep cut at all.
Does Mizzou have a pickleball team?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing in Kansas this
Yeah,
weekend.
bro.
Ooh, all right. Dylan Frazier with the Mizzou pick.
0 for 8 on reading the Runner Show. 0 for 8.
That is true. That is so true. No, we go over it in the production meeting. I read it sometimes.
Brutal. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. You know the drill. We'll be going over this past weekend's events in Jax. We'll be going over this weekend's events in Kansas and Arizona. We got the APP and the Collegiate Pickleball Tour, which is duper. I don't know why they rebranded.
Hey, by the way, the head of Duper Collegiate Pickleball Tour Pickleball, Jacob, I was talking to him earlier today. He said we are his favorite college pickleball podcast.
There you go. I think he left. Go ahead.
No, that's it. Just Jacob.
Jacob. Yeah, no, he left a comment the other day on one of our episodes, and it made me smile.
What did he say?
Yeah, the same thing along the line of we're the number one college podcast.
That's why Duper's our favorite.
What?
Until somebody else says that they love us too, then they're our favorite.
That's true. Well, let's circle back. Timber and I were at the NCPA Jax event in person, and wow, was that a good time. Timber, you have a good time over there?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was nice to be where it was a little bit warmer. If nothing else, I was just happy about the warmth.
It was like 50s in Florida. This guy's talking about warm.
It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
And the radar gun didn't go as expected.
Radar gun we had, for those of you that saw me, we did have the radar gun. Nobody used it. I mean, except this guy Archie from UF dropped a 69 mile per hour nuke.
Bro, that is insane.
Yeah, shout out to him. Yeah, I was shocked. I have the video somewhere. We'll post it. But yeah, no, it was a great time meeting everybody. A lot of cool teams. It was cool meeting the more out-of-staters. We had Auburn, Clemson, Coastal Carolina. Those guys were awesome. Shout out
Coastal Carolina was decked out, man. They had best uniform. Period. Yeah, no, those
things were good. They did the girls dirty though. They had like the nice checkerboard design on the guys with like a logo, and the girls were just like that blue color, bro. They got to revisit that.
University of Maryland, sponsored by Under Armour, in your territory, got to do better. Got to do better.
So back in the day, Maryland, like the first year I saw Maryland, they were literally sponsored by AARP. So one of their jersey was AARP. It was awesome.
Well, probably too, because DC pickleball team was right there.
Right.
Absolutely. That's fair.
You want to talk about getting ahead of your customer?
About 50 years early, yeah. That's one way to do it. But yeah, no, it was awesome meeting everybody. Shout out to everybody that gave us a follow on Instagram. Hopefully you're watching this at some point. It was really easy to get them. We didn't even have to use our actual giveaway stuff. I just had Jolly Ranchers.
Dude.
These kids are easy, dog.
Timber will work for a free T-shirt. This is what we're learning. Timber will work for a free T-shirt. The college kids will do whatever we ask for Jolly Ranchers. It's just the greatest business to be in right now.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it was awesome. Shout out to this guy on Auburn, Jack. It was his birthday. He spent his birthday weekend grinding out some pickleball. That's awesome. Dedication.
That's awesome.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. Now let's look into the actual event we got the bracket. It was in Florida, so we're going to see all the Florida schools. Unfortunately, none of the out-of-staters could match up with the Florida Power. We got FSU 1 and 2. We got FAU. We got UF 1 and 2. UCF 1 and 2. And USF. But as we see the end result, none of that mattered. FAU absolutely dominated.
Dude, did they even lose a game?
They didn't. Nope. I think it was like 32-0 or something. I forget the number.
I just remember like talking to them. Yeah, they're fun. They're friends, like things like that. But I remember like they just looked bored. They were like, yeah, cool. Like we got to figure out who's going to play the first mix. So that way they choose doubles first just so they all have a chance to play.
Yeah. So they're professionals. Those are great players out there, and arguably one of their top guys wasn't there. I mean, I think
that's true.
Zach Marceau, if you're just going by Duper rating, Zach's got a little bit higher Duper rating. So, but I wouldn't use the word bored, David, but they looked very professional. They took care of business. They just kind of sat there. They've got friends on the other teams, and they were certainly friendly and interacted. Sure. But they had a little bit different vibe to them. They were there to take care of business and weren't there for a lot of shenanigans.
No, and they do shenanigan TikToks on their own.
Yeah, no, they're having fun on the side. We did some funny videos. Oh my God! For those that are unaware, David's at the PPA in Lakeland. He is commentating. What a guy.
Check out Sunday grandstand courts for sure. Bronze medal match. And then Friday, Saturday grandstand courts. I'll be commentating. Shout out me.
Shout out Tap.
I love you. I love that you do that. You're inspiring to me because sometimes I'll sit in with Dylan at the NCPA events and something, and I think what's the word where you aren't really qualified? Imposter syndrome. Qualified? Yeah, well, I'm sitting here with Dylan, who's an awesome pickleball player, giving my professional comments, and I have no qualifications to do it. But I think if David can do it, I can do it.
Listen, yeah, I am a product of opportunity at the right time. Yes. And so I've watched enough sports in my life to be a good commentator. And someone said commentary. I've watched enough pickleball to be bad at it. Yeah. I wish I would have done more at college though.
Someone suggested that I am the Bill Walton of college pickleball commentary, which is I talk about everything but pickleball when I'm doing it.
That's terrible.
Like how the show is going right now.
He probably talks during the points.
Yeah. Oh, that's weak, Timber. Don't
terrible.
Do that. I don't do that.
All right, let's get back in this, boys. Let's quick shout out, see them in person. This is the winners of the whole event. FAU, we got Jaden Broderick, Bella Nelson, Alec Lamacchio, and Ava Cavatello. Sponsored by Adidas. The team, one of those teams that got a full sponsorship by a company, which is awesome to see as the sport grows. These companies just coming in and giving these kids some bread and to get the job done.
Well, what's unique about this, though, is Bella Nelson's actually sponsored by Carbon. And so shout out to Carbon. She did play with the Adidas for this stop. They said, yeah, listen, you're playing on a college team. We want you to be a part of the team. So listen, I'm not sponsored by anybody. So I want to throw a shout out to that because that means that they are really trying to help the colleges. Shout out to Carbon for letting her do that. That was cool.
Well, it's interesting because two things I like about this. Number one is this is the first time I've seen a school really get their varsity involved because Adidas is FAU's an Adidas school at the varsity level, and so you don't see that a lot down with club sports. But also, it's typically a paddle company will allow you to use your sponsor paddle if you're individually sponsored. You can still go ahead and use your Carbon paddle or whatever. We're pretty good about going back and forth on those, but it's pretty cool they let her do that. But I think Adidas would have let her use Carbon too, since she's individually sponsored.
Heck yeah. But yeah, absolute domination. We got some scores from the final. Pretty closely. Since we were there on site, for those that don't know, NCPA, there is no order. It is absolute madness to these games. And by no order, I mean like there's no set lineup of women's doubles, then men's doubles, then mixed. It is all selected at the start by the players. So there's some fun strategy involved. But we started off with, I think, men's doubles, then women's doubles, a nice little pickle there. And then the closest game was women's singles. We had Gianna Southwick playing out of her mind the whole tournament. I think this might be the only singles match she lost.
Dude, Gianna, I mean, sneaky that she's going to UCF, right?
Yeah.
Like, she is a good player. She made her rounds, like, started. I remember when she was playing like 4-0 ball, and she plays qualifier level ball, like at singles level. She's a good player, man, and that's a like solid UCF team. Their guys all play at a high level,
Yeah.
and like Gianna is nasty, and she's only getting better.
UCF this time last year was the third or fourth team in Florida, and they were solid, but they weren't anything special. And they were the surprise of the weekend for me. Florida's been good for a while. I think maybe they didn't have all their top players there.
I think that was their team. I'm not gonna lie. I think they just got flat out beat. Let's move into there. They had what is probably on an upset.
Yeah.
Probably people would consider an upset right there. We had a 6-game battle. UCF taking that. This was in the semis. So yeah, shout out to them. They played insane. One thing to take away here is the men's team was down 7-2, stayed composed and got the job done. UCF taking that one 11-9. They're good. They're good, no doubt about it.
Yeah, they were the surprise of the tournament for me. They've really improved over the last year.
So I want to ask Martin.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you played for UF, right? You played at the college level. I was pumped at the atmosphere, man. Like what was it, like UCF 19 and UF 43 cheering for their team. But like, do you notice a difference between when you played and now? The atmosphere and the vibe and like the competitiveness and the camaraderie and stuff like that?
Yeah, I have noticed. I think it just naturally got bigger. So there's just more players there and it just makes for a louder environment. There's always been louder teams, but those loud teams are the same thing I just said. Like UVA's always had like 50 people at every event, but now these clubs are all bringing that many people and it's just creating an awesome atmosphere. We've always said this. I think you're on the same boat with me. Team pickleball is the best pickleball.
Team pickleball is the best. Yeah. The best.
Yeah. It's unreal.
I don't think enough people understand how fun it is to do team pickleball.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing like nothing like the pressure of having somebody that's not playing, rooting for you and depending on you for their victory.
Oh my God, yeah. Watching your teammates is way more like nerve-wracking than
intense.
Scary.
Are we gonna have can we do the three of us? We should do a 3v3 tournament together. The
3v3? Oh, you mean like, okay.
The three of us together.
Let's go.
Where are we gonna find players bad enough that we can compete with?
Oh, there's a ton of them.
Whoa. Come on. Have some respect.
Martin, you're going to have to carry us. There's no doubt about that.
100%.
I will. 100%. I will say I started doing this in Jax. Hopefully we go out to other events. I played a bunch of these kids. I still got it. I'm undefeated. These kids suck.
He was cherry picking who he played, though.
What?
Oh, he
cherry picking.
Dude.
I saw a point of him getting cooked and crying.
What?
There was like a shout, like he did. You got absolutely cooked on a sideline shot. I saw it. Charlotte, send me that point.
What? Oh my God, that's cherry picking. Hey, we played UF2 and easy peasy. Sorry, B Tom. I even had a nasty Nelson. I'll find that clip somewhere. That one was good. But anyways, yeah, I'm looking for a scholarship. This is my formal announcement. Any Drury, I'll give it a chance. I'll take any school. Utah Tech, I'll gladly play on the D team. So
Me too.
somebody, it was way too much fun out there. Somebody pick me up, please. Oh yeah. But yeah, no, that was NCPA Jacks. Shout out once again to Noah and the whole NCPA squad for letting us go out there. Super fun time. Hopefully we can go back. Now that's all right, let's head into this weekend's event. Let's start off with the CPT event in Mesa. Is it Mesa or just in Arizona?
I think it's Mesa.
There we go. Go Martin. We got a bunch of teams, over 30 teams, correct?
Yep.
But just like what happened at NCPA Jacks, there is one team that is looking to continue their dominance over all of college. Probably one of the only teams that's traveling everywhere, getting that money. We got Utah Tech.
Of course.
Utah
Tech, like, jeez.
Well, now, so this isn't. Well, I mean, they're just plug and play. They got 20 players and they just pick 4. But Benson, who's played forever on Utah Tech 1, he's been playing Utah Tech 2, but he's up on the top one for this one. Mary has kind of gone back and forth. Liam is pretty solidly on Utah Tech 1, as is Lauren. So, but I'm telling you, these guys just plug and play. It's just like a video game.
Yeah. The notable missing players are Ella and Clayton Boydston. I don't know where exactly Clayton is, but Ella is at the PPA in Lakeland. Go find her, Tab.
Wait, who is it?
Ella Boydston.
Okay.
Yeah, just shout out. Just keep shouting.
I'll go find her.
Yeah.
She'll be here somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Women's Dubs is on Saturday. Or
Perfect.
Friday.
Perfect.
Today. When we release the show.
Yeah, today.
But yeah, no, they're
so look, like, all right. Is it predetermined? Is FAU versus Utah Tech 1 the national championship?
on paper. It's got to be.
Yeah, except the only thing might be is if like Utah Tech 2 is almost as good as Utah Tech 1. So that I think they're pretty close. Utah Valley is still up there, but I mean, I pay money and travel to go see the best FAU team versus the best Utah Tech team. That's going to be some must-see TV right there.
Do you think because Utah Tech will have so many bids that they've won, right? Like Utah Tech 1, Utah Tech 3, Utah Tech 74 all have bids. Are they just going to form like one super team to be Utah Tech 1? Then like
this is
are they going to mix
team.
and match?
Well, I think the super team is the ones we saw at the beginning of the year: Liam, Lauren, and then Ella and Clayton.
Who coaches Utah Tech?
I don't know.
Do they even have a coach?
Yeah. I don't know her name, but it's a woman that I've seen coach them up before.
Oh, it might be Ella and Clayton's mom.
Okay.
I'm gonna find that girl and ask her. We're gonna get her on the podcast. This is like, how are they gonna deal with this?
Well, David, remember that like the biggest national championship will be the Duper National Championship, and you can only have one team in the top division.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
Well, they'll just have to, I guess, have a
massive tryout.
Right. But there's a second division, kind of almost like an NIT. They'll probably win that. I'm hearing they're going to do a third division this year. They'll probably win that.
Is there prize money in Duper Division 2 and 3?
I don't know if there's prize money.
I think a little bit. At least it'll be at least paddles or something. They definitely win something.
They don't need paddles. They got a big sponsorship.
Hey, they might not win. But yeah,
we got to get to that now. Seriously, if FAU and Utah Tech are playing in a national championship, we got to be there.
Oh, without a doubt.
We got to be there anyway. That's the best weekend of the. I mean, the nationals. All 3 nationals are so fun.
Baby.
Oh, so it's gonna be so fun.
Think how much fun you had, David, with the experience and all of the players and the enthusiasm. Multiply that by 30 for the nationals.
Imagine
it is
all
so
the
fun.
Follows. Imagine all the follows.
Yeah,
there we go.
Nothing better than a dream breaker at a national championship. I mean, it is like an Indiana high school basketball game in there.
That's a lot of
awesome.
Jolly
Already fired
Ranchers,
up.
though.
We're not even halfway through the season. I'm fired up.
That's
ready
a
for next year.
lot of Jolly Ranchers, though.
Yeah. I go to Sam's and get you a big bag.
Love it. We have another team that could compete. I wouldn't even call it sneaky, but GCU always out there grinding. These guys are good. We'll probably see them at least semifinals. It could end up being the finals. They might. I think they have the guns to take down Utah Tech too, and some of those other teams out there. They're just absolute beasts. New segment alert. This is called the Happy to Be There squad of the tournament. Northern Arizona University 2. These guys are awesome. If you can see on the screen, 13.5 combined duper. That's about like a 3-3. They're not going to win a game. But
yeah, they'll win a game.
A game? No.
They'll win a game.
But they're going to have a blast. That I can promise. If this somehow finds you, message us and we'll give you something. Something better. You think they're going to win a game, Tab?
A game or a match?
A game.
No, I think like men singles or women's singles.
Oh my god. Man.
Not a doubles match.
It's a duper event, I mean, so there's no
singles.
There's no singles.
Okay, great. Way to be, David.
Yeah, it's all doubles.
No, they're not winning a single one. Not a chance.
They'll sneak one through somewhere.
15?
Rally to 21.
No, 21 in duper.
Rally to
not
21, dude. I mean, Rally helps them out. I will say.
Yes, it does.
They got to win on your serve.
Win on serve.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Oof, dude, Timber. There's because the groups are based on other dupers, so they're probably lowest seed.
They make it up.
So they'll take a game. They'll take a game.
I'd love to see that. I'm gonna have a Northern Arizona University watch, and then I will post all their games. I will if they win. I'm going crazy.
That's amazing. That's
Best of luck to those guys. But what are we thinking, boys? Final predictions. Hot take: Utah Tech won.
Nope.
What? Oh, you already took it? Okay, GCU. GCU is going to shock them.
So, a little inside knowledge. I know that now that the NCPA events are over, that our girl Dylan can go back and play for Utah Tech 2 now rather than commentate for NCPA. So I'm taking Utah Tech 2 just because Dylan's on the team.
That's fair. She's great. Shout out Dylan. But you're wrong. There.
Utah Tech, we should not allow it.
Utah Tech banned. Just show up to nationals. Please leave these poor teams alone. Alrighty. So we also got the APP in Kansas. We will be talking to the head man, Dominic Catalano, later. But let's look at the team list because it is close to our hearts. We got Indiana University, baby.
IU.
For the that's the thumbnail. We got a bunch of solid schools. IU is important to us because Timber is not the coach, the general manager of the squad. So they're pretty cooked. But what are your thoughts going into this one?
No, I got some.
You asking?
Yeah, I'm asking you, Timber. This is your team.
Well, Wisconsin's got their pretty close to their top team there, and they just came off third at Worlds.
True.
I'd say Wisconsin would be the obvious favorite. Although Drury Scarlet is their top team. You just throw dupers out the window. If you look at Drury's duper, they're like the 4th or 5th rated team, but they absolutely always play better than their duper. So my sneaky pick is Drury Scarlet for the win.
For the win?
Yeah.
Dude,
See,
what?
Well, so here's what's going to happen. Indiana Crimson, their better team, their top girl won't be there on Wednesday. So they're playing with a fill-in girl whose first tournament ever. So they won't come out of their top seed. So Indiana and Wisconsin are in the same pool. So they're going to beat up on each other a little bit. And so I think it's really possible that that Indiana and Crimson and Wisconsin will be a cool final, but I don't think they'll be in the final together. I think they'll probably be playing in the semis. I think they'll beat each other up in the semis, and then Drury will sneak in there and win it all.
Oh my God. I'm going.
Martin, who you got?
I'm going Wisconsin. I'm actually Mississippi State. I'm throwing the house
Solid
on
team.
it. Throwing the house on it. Don't let me down, guys. I heard it's on Kalshi. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine if there started to be gambling on college pickleball, we're going under.
We're traveling all over.
Yeah, but no, give me Mississippi State just to change it up. Picking the favorites is loser mentality. Yeah, actually, give me University of Kansas.
No, don't do that.
Final answer. God. University of Kansas blue.
So Timber, we were there on site. Like, do you think that it was like how much not fun, but like, do you think that kids like us being on site and like having fun and goofing off?
Absolutely. That we need more of that. So that I think they really enjoy that, and they especially enjoy when we give them crap. They love stuff. But I mean, that's my favorite part of this whole thing: getting to go to these events and hang out and get to know these. I call them kids. Get to know these kids. That's the most fun thing for me. They're just quality people. You rarely run into a jerk at this, unlike a USAP event. You rarely run into a jerk.
No, except this guy at FSU, Garrett. That guy's terrible. Yeah.
As long as we keep bringing free swag, they'll love us.
They'll love it.
That's right? One way to do it.
I'm going to take Mizzou because Dylan Frazier's sitting over here next to me. If I don't take Mizzou, then he might body bag me. So I have no idea. I think James is on that team. Cindy.
On Mizzou?
Mizzou.
You know the Mizzou team? Of all teams, you know them. That's great. Didn't he just graduate? I feel he could have played some events last year. I feel like he just graduated.
That would have been wild.
You know what I'm mad at? At the time that I was at UF, like, oh my God, why am I blanking? Oh, Millie Rain was studying at UF, so like sneaky studying, like nobody knew. And like last year, she like posted that she graduated, and I was like, bro,
you guys had Jack Foster.
She could. Yeah. This was before, but yeah, she could have played then too.
So I didn't know this until a couple of years later, but 4 or 5 years ago at IU, there was a woman taking online classes for her master's degree that could have played Venus Williams. How cool would it have been to have her walk on the court?
Bro.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
If college pickleball introduced Venus Williams into the sport,
yo,
would be I'm still taking stop of all time. That would have happened a lot.
I'm still taking Utah Tech. I still might take Utah Tech. No, sorry, Venus.
The Calamatos live an hour away from me working for the NCAA. They just walk the other direction when they see me coming because I recruit them every time I see them. It's time for you guys to take grad school.
It's gonna work one day. It's gonna work.
What do you think the reason is for like the difference in the stops? I mean, Arizona 30 teams, right? Kansas 10. Is it regional or is it like?
It's both. Arizona's a hot spot, and APP is still an emerging. They're the smallest right now. They just are. Dom's awesome. Dom's got a big job ahead of him. I know we're going to talk to him later. He's got a big job ahead of him. They did not do well their first couple of years. They finally brought in some talent to really shore it up, and I love everything Dom has to say, but it's going to take a couple of years for him to catch up. It just is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What he said. But no, yeah, this is an exciting weekend for college football. It is the last couple of events for a while. We got these last two events, and then it's dormant till January, early January, where it starts back up in Fort Lauderdale at the Fort with the APP. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's close it out with Dominic Catalano giving us some insight about the future of APP Pickleball. Keep on supporting us. We appreciate all of you very much and hope for you to tune in to this episode and further. Thank you, guys.
Timber, good luck this weekend, buddy. We're rooting for you, but yes, we're still rooting for you, bud. Right? You have fun. Right? Don't cause too much chaos. Oh God.
We appreciate it. We'll have some fun, and we'll see what happens.
You got it.
All righty. Thank you, guys. Righty, we have some exciting stuff for you guys. We had Noah from NCPA. We had Jacob from Duper. And now it's time for the man, the myth, the legend, Dominic Catalano, who heads up the APP Collegiate Tour. Let's bring him in.
Oh, there he is. Look at that good-looking fella right there.
Oh, my gosh. What a handsome guy.
What's up, boys?
What's up?
Welcome to
Dominic Catalano.
Welcome to the #1 collegiate pickleball podcast in the world.
Oh, where would
This
I
is-
rather be?
That's
USAP Nationals.
Maybe that is where I'm at.
living the dream out there.
In beautiful San Diego, California, where it's like 55 degrees right now.
Really?
55.
It's freezing here right now.
That's
That
cozy.
Did they, when we were out there for a college event, they were putting in some new courts? Did they get them in time?
Yeah, everything's in. Everything, like here at Barnes Tennis Center, it is absolutely beautiful here. Everything is set up perfectly, plenty of space. The only thing that hasn't cooperated has been the weather the past couple of days.
So I actually have a question about that, Dom. Like,
Yeah.
you just had Worlds was in Dallas, but now USAP has Nationals. I know they don't technically have a college stop, but like, what does it take for them to have maybe Potter of College at the event, just like Worlds did?
So that's part of our discussion we've already had. As most of you guys know, I got hired as director of collegiate pickleball for the APP about 2 months ago. I inherited the schedule we have. So I really didn't have much say on our schedule for this season. But next season, I'm already working on our schedule, what we're going to be doing. I kind of took over, and me being a baseball guy, I looked at our country and I said, you know what? The Little League World Series has it figured out. They have 8 different regions, I said, and I'm going to sit and kind of map that out and go with what those regions are and kind of put some regionals in those regions where they have like Midwest, Pacific Northwest, Southeast, Southeast, like all these different regions. And so we're going to look to do something like that for next year to space our regionals out a lot better. We get a lot more reach. And then also working with USAP. We worked with them directly going into this season because we're looking to obviously legitimize everything. And with the national governing body of USA Pickleball, there was an easy partnership, for us to kind of team up with them. And then looking for next year to do something even bigger here at Nationals with them.
That's awesome. So that'll definitely add a new flair to Nationals and give that, the collegiate spot more shine, man, which is what we're always looking for.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So Dom, do you think I like that Little League World Series analogy? Will that analogy carry into like obviously in Little League World Series you only play in one regional? Will you restrict regionals by location?
No, I don't think to start we will, because some teams are able to travel a little more, and I don't want to punish them. Because, again, the sport is still so new at the collegiate level, I don't want to punish teams that want to come to multiple regionals and try and get those qualifiers. But, again, I want to give the most options possible. And so by doing that, I think it gives us a better reach. We have something in the works where we moved one of our regionals to the beginning of February. I'm going to be able to announce that hopefully by the end of this week, beginning
on
of
this
next week.
podcast.
I know. But we're
Nah,
looking
you know
to
us well enough. Hold on. Wait a minute here. You
yeah,
can't
go ahead.
tease. You can't
Oh, I
tease
can
that
tease.
information.
Oh,
You
I
gotta
can tease,
release it.
baby.
What's going on in
can.
February, and what can we and how are you incorporating us?
So what we're it's always about you, Tabby. Martin,
That's
I don't know
right.
how you got hooked up with this guy, but you better watch out.
I don't know, living the dream.
But no, we're gonna have a new regional we're putting in. Hopefully going in the Midwest for all those Midwest schools, just because of the fact that a lot of them, as far as regionals go, have been neglected. Everyone wants to go to these quote unquote nice places and do stuff, and no one's willing to sacrifice and go to somewhere that's cold and somewhere that you're going to have to go indoors, but somewhere where you're going to get a ton of reach. And this place that we're possibly going to, which I'm not gonna say yet because it's not finalized, but it will reach. We could easily reach 30 plus schools at a regional, and so this could be a really good thing for us. And this is the start of where I'm talking about those regions come into play.
When you say you can reach 30 teams, are you going off of drive time or just like hotel cheapness? What do you mean by regions and like how you're going to connect into those people? What are you guys using as the deciding factor?
So let's think of it this way. The biggest thing for these college kids, number one, is expense. 95 to 99% of these college kids are taking what's in their pocket and having to pay to go to these events. It's not fair to have these regionals so spread out in warm weather places and perfect places, and you're going to go to Southern California, you're going to go to Florida, and you're going to expect teams from Ohio or the Midwest to come out of pocket and have to travel for stuff like that. It's not fair to them. And so we want to get to places where I can reach, teams within a 5 to 6 hour drive. For me, is doable. And if I can campus, or kind of canvas the area and look and say, okay, what can I reach within 5 to 6 hours that's actually doable? That's all part of it. And then also helping these kids out, because Tabby, you know how long I've been in this damn game of pickleball. It's been a long time. I've traveled this country, not only the country, but across the globe for this sport. And I've met a lot of people. And with that being said, all these places that we're going to, I have connections at. So if I can connect a team with a host house, with a host family that they can stay with and save on that too, that is nothing. You can't satisfy kids any more than saying, hey, get here. You don't have to pay for lodging or anything like that. But I'm trying to help these kids out in any way possible.
To your point, Dom, we'll actually tomorrow we'll go from Bloomington to Overland Park for your event this weekend. That's going to be 7 or 8 hours. That's about as far as I want to drive. If we got any farther than that, we'd have to fly, and as you know, that's god awful expensive.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's again what it's about. That's the thing is that, I was a college athlete. I played all through college, and I understand what it takes. And like, think about it this way too. Again, we already mentioned it, but these kids are paying out of pocket. As a college athlete, I didn't pay anything for out of pocket.
Right.
But again, I know the expenses. I played in college. I coached in college. So I understand the expenses that go into this. And if we're not thinking student athlete first, something's wrong. And so that's what needs to go into this is the student athlete. What is the expense out of their pocket?
I 100% agree. That's the number one barrier to participation for everyone is just trying to find a way to pay for everything. And some schools do a great job of supporting, and some schools don't. They don't give you a dime. So it just depends on the school.
I'll go ahead and ask a question on behalf of all the college players. Will you guys continue to use Pickleball Den for your signups? People are struggling out there.
Hey, it's 100%. We're using Pickleball Den for the rest of the season. We are tied in, obviously, through Pickleball Den with Duper, so we're using Duper along with Pickleball Den. It's like everything. I always use the example. It's like Novocaine. Just give it time and it'll work. And Pickleball Den is much easier
to navigate than some of the others that have been used before. So we're using this and we're going forward with it. There are little tweaks that we're working with them behind the scenes, registration, like Timber and I talked about already. As long as if a team has a coach, that coach being able to sign up all the teams and register all those teams, just simplifying that registration process. But the thing that I know some people are hearing is that we have a lot of paperwork to fill out. Well, I apologize to every one of the captains when I talk to them, but this is part of legitimizing pickleball right now.
That's fair.
We teamed up, with USA Pickleball, the governing body of pickleball. Everyone needs to be a member, and that membership is at the challenger level that all we request of them, which is $15 for the year. And then the other big one is one of the biggest ones that I feel is NIRSA, which is the National Intramural and Recreation Sports Association, which is just one step below NCAA. And so when we're talking about this, we're talking about NIRSA, and they talk about eligibility requirements. We talk about when these kids have to fill out a form that they have to take to their registrar's office and prove that they're a student and in good standing. This is all part of it. And we've had 2 regionals so far, one in Boise, Idaho, one in Mesa, Arizona. And I will tell you what the feedback is from the players. Like, yeah, there's a lot of steps, but they all feel too like this is legitimizing everything. We feel like this is a legitimate tour where you're background checking, you're checking that we all go to the same school. Like, I don't care. Like, you have others that allow a player from University of Illinois, Chicago to play for the University of Illinois, Champaign. How is that right? And I apologize to those players. Nothing personal, but start a program at your school, right? Like, just because you are aligned with a state school, one's in Chicago, one's in Champaign, we're talking 5 hours away, and you're playing for that? In what other NCAA sport do you see that? You don't. So we want to legitimize this, and we want to do it the right way. NIRSA is one of those first steps. And I'm telling you, yes, at first they're like, wow, this is a lot. But when we get there and we get to the event, they're all like, wow, this is really legit. And we really feel like this is a legitimate event. And it is.
So, Dom, what do you do? We've talked about this so much, and I don't have a great solution. I don't have any solution. But kind of to your point of the regional campuses, what do you do about 100% online people? Because to your point, Illinois Chicago is a long way from Illinois Champaign Urbana, but we've got players right now that have played in your tournaments and other tournaments I've been in that have never been on the campus they're playing for because they're taking all online classes.
No, 100%. And I get that too. And that's the hard part about being a club sport, because if you're talking about an NCAA sport, say you're talking basketball, right? And you have UIC and you have University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana. Obviously, a player on a basketball team isn't going to school in Chicago and playing at Urbana because they can't practice with the team. Well, for pickleball, it's a little different. It's a club sport. A lot of these clubs aren't practicing together a lot. Some of them do. I'd say a majority of them do.
The good ones.
But, but the thing of it is that some of them aren't, and they're allowing this to happen. And so that's kind of part of it. So, yes, it's a step where we need to take a look at. And, again, it's all part of my notes that I've gone into this year and kind of looking towards. But right now I can't say no if it's online. But I can say no if it's a different school completely, because that's just a little easier for me.
So yeah, and like at least in the schools I know about, I mean, there's no way to know. I mean, if you could be full time at most schools online 100%, and there's no way to tell the difference between that and if they're going to class every day on campus.
Right, and that's the thing too, is with some of these state schools, if they get this form filled out through NIRSA and take it to the registrar's office, a lot of them just say the state school. They don't specify. And so that's why, you could get around it. But again, that's where I'm doing and my team is doing their due diligence and saying, hey, we need to really double check this and make sure that this is legitimate. And that's why, again, I have my team. I have USA Pickleball. I have NIRSA. All working together, in coordinates with what we want to do eligibility-wise. And again, it's all about legitimization of this sport and what's the best thing for us to do.
I'm curious about your thoughts. Another thing we're talking about a lot is, do we move to full time? Because right now, it's 6 hours for a couple of the tours and 9 for the other. And so I'm a big proponent of making whatever full time is at your school. A lot of schools, it's the NCAA standard is 12 hours for undergrads and 6 for grad students. What's your thoughts on that moving forward?
That's a tough question because it is, something that you're seeing these pickleball players, and most of them go to school full time. So it really wouldn't be a problem. What it is where it falls into the problem is for some of the higher level players that are trying to travel and go to school at the same time. They're not taking a full payload of classes. So it's kind of a catch-22. Do I believe it should be full time? I think that is another step where we know 12 hours is the minimum to take. That is something that, we are looking into as well, and that I believe should be, if we're going to legitimize. If we're going to legitimize the sport, and it does go, eventually 3-4 years into the NCAA, they're going to require full-time students. They're not going to screw around and be like, oh, you got 6 hours here, well, you got 8 hours or 9 hours here, you're good. There's going to be no messing around when it comes to that.
Sure. I'm a proponent of that too.
We're gonna do like a whole pod rules and everything like that, because it is one of the craziest things I've ever seen, Tom. Like, this ain't trying to provide a good experience. Yeah. This is, you guys are all fighting against like all these different policies, and everybody has different rules. Like, it takes a graduate degree to figure it out, which I don't have, which is why a lot of times I don't dive into this stuff. So you guys are doing a lot of infrastructure work this year. Now, are you talking 2026, or are you talking the season? Because also, to a component of this is like, what happens to somebody that graduates, right? That has a bid and graduates in December and doesn't take courses because they don't have to. Like, there's all kinds of intricacies. Are you more gearing up for the next college year, or are you talking about 2026?
We're gearing up for the next college season, which would be 2026, 2027, because we go by school year. So we do school year. So our first year this year with me and my team is 2025, 2026, where our championships are in March of 2026. Once the school year 2026, 2027 rolls around, that's our next season. So we're going by school year. That's the tough part too, is you do lose some students when it comes to graduation in December. And that, may be the case, and that's tough. But again, you can't go by, I hate saying it, I can't go by a year, because if I go by year and go, say, 2026 and I end it, well, I could have lost someone halfway through 2026 too in the summer. So you're going to lose players regardless. But again, it's part of everything. You're not going to satisfy everybody. You're not going to satisfy everything. But I think that going by the school year makes more sense than saying, oh, go 2026, start in January, and then you go through the summer. Well, what clubs are doing anything over the summer? No. Tell me 5 that are doing stuff over the summer, and you'll be hard pressed to find 4. So that's a waste of time for me, as far as not waste of time, but waste of time in the year where there's nothing going on for like 4 months.
It's a good jobs program too, because my buddy Jace, who plays for Ohio State, he can graduate. He's getting his chemical engineering degree in December. So I said, "Are you going to stick around?" And he said, "Well, I'll stick around another semester and take classes if I can't find a job." So I hung up with Jace, and I called every chemical engineering company I know. Said, "You need to hire this guy. I need Jace gone now.
You need to get him out of my region quick."
Exactly. And he did. He got a job.
Awesome.
So.
There you go.
That's awesome. That's good. Well, it's awesome for you guys.
Go Jace, man.
Yeah.
So my questions are: you got to stop coming up this weekend, right?
Yep.
Who you taking to win the whole thing?
Oh,
Oh, come on. I got Timber on a call right now. I can't be getting dirty looks side-eye.
We know he's getting. Listen, these guys have drill nights. Like, don't worry about it. We tell Timber he's not going to win either.
He's getting washed. We know.
So
listen, I'm not picking IU because just like football, I literally bet against IU every week because I don't want God to get mad at me. So I'm not picking IU.
There you go.
No, I think it's a smaller regional. We have 10 teams there, but I think there's 4 teams that could really come out on top or 4 or 5. You know, you have IU and Wisconsin are the 2 top teams, I think, in that region right now. But then there's a sleeper team in there with Mississippi State that no one's really talking about that I think can do some damage. And then there's also, obviously, Jared Smith at Drury. You know, he's built a great program, and he's got his number 1 team going there, too. And then don't go to sleep on Kansas. Rock Chalk Jayhawk, man, they are coming out.
Boy, here we go.
They got a team
Chalking
coming this weekend. So, hey, you never know. It could be wide open for the 4 bids. And then, you know, obviously these teams looking to, you know, just do well on Saturday. If they don't get one of the 4 bids, they get put into the pool. And we got 11 at-large bids that we hand out at the end of our 7 regionals, where it goes by your winning percentage in Saturday's pool play. And so kind of how I determine that is I thought about the NCAA basketball tournament, and I said, look, I'm going to go back to, you know, when IU was good. We'll do this for Timber back in like the 70s and 80s. All right. Say they had a great season and went like, you know, 26-3, and then they get upset in, you know, the conference tournament and don't get an at-large bid or don't get a automatic bid. Well, their work that they did during the season constitutes them getting a bid. They just had a slip up, right? And so how I'm doing this is Saturday for me is your regular season, okay? You're getting a chance to play as many games as possible in our Saturday, you know, pool play bracket. Put in the work on Saturday. And then if you slip up on Sunday, you still got a good shot because you did a good job. You have a good record from Saturday. And that's why, too, I changed up with our pool play. I'm trying to get these teams, like I've seen, you know, pool play with 3 teams in it. Get out of here. Stop putting 3 teams in a pool. You give them 2 matches? Come on. These kids pay out of their rear end to get to these tournaments, and you play 2 matches in pool play? You know, we set out, I had 6 teams and 5 teams in Mesa in my pool play. These kids were playing all day long. And you know what? They friggin' loved it.
They're in college.
They loved it. Exactly. And so they loved it. So I'm done with these 3-team pools. The minimum I'll do is 4, but I want 4, 5, 6 teams in a pool. Go out there, you know, bust your butt, play pickleball. That's what you're there for. Have fun, enjoy it. And then we go from there, because again, it's all about, for me, these kids having to pay out of pocket, their parents having to pay out of pocket for them to do a sport they love. Give them games, let them play.
That's awesome, man.
Sorry, I'm on my show right now. I apologize.
Yeah, you are. Well, that's where I know you tend to like being on that. So, look, like, you know, it's definitely fun. Cool seeing this. Cool seeing you, you know, and your experience and being able to really take your connections into it. Are you going to have us at Nationals with a table so we can go and have some fun and put more spotlight on the college pickleball space?
Tabby, you know I'll do everything I can, brother, to get you there. I want you guys there.
Let's go.
You know, there's no doubt Timber will be there, because I know he's going to get at least 1 or 2 teams in there, and he'll be there. So, you know, if we get this whole crew there, that would be amazing. We could do a pod from the venue.
It'll get a little dangerous.
We do a little round table. Let's go.
No, we're trying to do college game day. College game day at Pickle.
They brought me in, Dom. They brought me in to be the Pat McAfee character. So
yeah, for sure, Timber. Yeah,
that's perfect for you, Timber. Just don't be giving stuff away on field goal kicking.
We're working on that. Dom, how many teams are you going to take at Nationals?
So this year we're taking 37 teams. So for Nationals.
That math don't math.
Oh, it maths. Trust me, Tabby, it maths. So how we did this year was we came out and I wanted to reward the teams that win the regional. Okay?
Okay.
So if you win the regional, you get what I'm calling a national top 7 seed. Those national top 7 seeds do not need to play pool play at nationals. They get an automatic bid into the bracket, a bye, and they are sitting pretty as a top 7 national seed at nationals. So there's a reward for
pretty
winning
sick.
our regionals, for putting something on that winning the regional. So with those 7 at-large seeds, or those 7 national seeds is what we're calling them, they get those buys. That leaves 32 teams. We got 3 more teams per regional, and then we have 11 at-large bids. So that's how that comes out this year. Next year, we're going to expand it. And that's the thing, Tabby, is that I could have easily said, we're going to bring 48 teams. Here's the thing, and this is nothing personal. When you bring that many teams, you're diluting things. It's like anything. We can't dilute the competition. I want the best competition. I want the best teams, and I want every match to be competitive. I want those, top 7 seeds to be on the ropes in their first match against a team from Hawaii that's coming out there. And that dude Connor from Hawaii, they brought their team into Mesa and shocked a bunch of people. And they're sitting pretty as an at-large bid.
I picked Hawaii.
They're no joke, but hey, I'm seeing some other teams too. I'm getting off topic here, but UCSD, UC San Diego, don't go messing around on those guys either.
Grand Canyon University. I didn't even know that was a college.
GCU's got like 20 teams. You know how many pickleball players they got at GCU? It's ridiculous. And then Bolani Soto at ASU, she's got her team primed and ready. Like, there are teams coming out of everywhere, but my biggest thing too with that is I didn't want to go too big this first year. I still want the sport to grow, and I still want it to be competitive. So that's why that number of 37 comes, it's 39.
That's how your math on the math
comes in. Yeah, that's how I math on the math. That's why I was a PE major. I don't do math well.
So
nice.
to drill down a little bit, just because you got my curiosity peaked now, like a team that gets a bye, do they just not play at all on Friday? Is that how that'll work?
Yeah. So again, that's the thing too, is we're talking about expense. If I can limit your expense, you don't have to come a day early. You can get there, the day before you play. If you can limit that expense, you're earning that. You earn that at the regional, right? You came out as the number 1 seed. You won that regional. You earned that extra day off, right? And so it's not for nothing. These kids are going to come. These kids are going to play. These kids are going to get a bunch of rec time in before. They're not going to not be loose. But what I'm doing is I'm giving them their legs. I'm saving them their legs, and they're earning that top seed.
So are you guys going to do one thing I really liked about the last couple of these that I've been to, the Nationals, is that like in some of the other tours they have they call it different things, but like a challenger bracket where if you're not playing on a team, you can play in a side challenger tournament. But you guys did it where you could do both. You could play in the bracket and in the challenger tournament. Are you going to continue that, or are you going to do something different?
So what we do to nationals, we have open registration. If your team doesn't qualify for nationals, you can come and play individuals.
Yeah.
So you can come and play men's doubles, women's doubles, mixed doubles, singles. So you can come and play individual events too without your team. But also, so like Timber and IU get 2 teams there. So say you bring 8 players. Those 8 also play individual event the first 2 days, right? So they come in, they play the individual events and they play the team event. So they get, twice as much exposure, twice as many games. And then Timber, it was like you fed me right into this, but next year that is part of what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to expand these teams and these events, because it's not just about the highest level of competition. We're missing out on the 4-0 level of competition at the collegiate level, which is very competitive. We're missing out of that, but we're missing out on these club teams. GCU, for example, and ASU, they have 300 people in their club. We're missing out on competition. Like, it's not fair to alleviate the 4-0s and 3-5s that also want to come to events. And so we will have we're going to look to do different draws next year at the lower level and have them also competing for national championships. The sky's the limit for this. It's just been missed because so many people are focused on the highest level of competition. I'm here at nationals right now. We have 2,500 players here right now going crazy. Like, you tell me that
Love
we
it.
can't do something like this for college? I'm not saying 2,500, but we
Listen,
can
let's
get
go.
that
2,500. I'm in.
Let's do it.
2,500.
Let's do
Let's
it.
go.
Everybody, let's go.
You know
Get
me.
in
I'll
there.
do that.
But we can.
So
do
another
that.
thing I like, Dom, another thing I liked, I'm curious if you'll continue, is in that side tournament, that individual challenge or whatever you call it. College pickleball players know each other. They hang out, different schools. So one of the cool things that I liked about APP Nationals before was if you were going to play mixed doubles, you had to play with another college player, but it didn't have to be from your college. And I thought that was really cool because it gets the kids interacting, playing with each other. Is that something you're going to do, or are you going to change that?
I hate bursting your bubble, Timber, but I put that axe on that this year.
Let's go.
And it was nothing personal, but this is about school and team. And how I looked at it last year was the team that won mixed doubles, and you all know who it was, and I don't need to name any names, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to. The gentleman who won mixed doubles with the female who won mixed doubles, he pulled the best female off a great program. And if I'm those guys on her team, I'd have been pissed. Been like, you stole our best girl that any one of them could have walked out there and won the individual championship with, but he stole her, and we ended up with I'm on the call, so I was announcing the match, and they win gold, and I'm like, okay, your gold medal goes to University of Texas and the University of Virginia. Congratulations, we'll cut the trophy in half. And for me, I'm like, no. I'm like, you
Let's
come.
go, Jack.
I'm like, you come with you.
Jack Monroe?
So what's funny about that story is the reason he was playing with her is his first choice, Mevish Safdar from my team,
here we go.
signed with Major League Pickleball 2 weeks before. So she calls me and she says, hey, I got some bad news. I can't play in the APP. And I said, well, I get it, but I'm really proud of you. And she said, yeah, Jack didn't take it as well as you're taking it.
Listen, I think she's here right now. What's going on, man? I think she's here right now at this PBA event. I think I ran.
All right, here,
Love
I got my right hand in this too, right here, Susanna.
Oh, what's up?
Hi.
She can't hear you guys because I got the headphones in, but
Oh, gotcha.
Hey, well, but I will tell you, I love you could tell her. I love seeing the fact that what you broadcast in your clubs. Like, you guys are showing this. You guys are showing a lot of the Selkirk TV stuff. We've noticed a few times people have sent some screenshots of our faces in your club, man.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to stop it because I can't be out there, giving lessons and teaching clinics and stuff and seeing your face up there. I'm like, Susanna, we got to stop this. Get Tabby's face off there. Martin, I don't mind so much, but get Tabby off there.
Same. I'm trying.
Let's
Look at Martin's flow. Look at that. Look at that lettuce he's got. It's just so good.
Oh, yeah.
He just got it trimmed up for you. Him and Timber. Timber brings a punch. He raises our duper and our beauty score a lot.
So, hey, real quick question, Dom. If we want to watch this weekend, where can we watch the stream this weekend?
Oh, we're on QVC and QVC Plus all weekend for USAP Nationals. So we start our stream in about a half hour. So I'm on the air 10 o'clock local time here, 1 o'clock Eastern. We had some weather this morning, but it is sunny and beautiful out here right now. They got all the courts dry, and they're getting ready to start up.
Yeah. So now what about the college stop, which is, I think, what he was asking about?
In Kansas?
Yeah. Is that on live stream?
So we are not live streamed in Kansas. So no.
Gotcha.
I was talking about nationals. I got caught up because of where I'm at.
Yeah, no, I got you.
But Kansas, we're not.
Love
but that is something though, Timber, that I'm working with my team on again. This is something for 2026, 2027 that I'm looking to get done. Because again, we need to push these streams out. We did it with our first one at the Flying Pickle in Boise, Idaho, because we have cameras on all of our courts. We pushed it through our YouTube channel, and hey, it was great. It was received well. We just need to make sure that we're doing this and giving these college kids the exposure that they deserve.
We can feed you a lead or two on a couple companies that might be able to do that for you.
Absolutely.
Huh, interesting.
All right, Dom. I know you're having a great time out there, man. I
Yeah.
definitely appreciate your time, everything you're doing.
Yes,
And
sir.
as
Thanks,
we all
Tom.
work together on this to grow the college sport and highlight these players and give them kind of a unified approach, man,
Yep.
thank you for being on the #1 college pickleball podcast in the world.
Absolutely, boys. Thank you
Thank you,
very
Dom.
much. And Timber, go take care of Kansas for me while I'm not there. All right, buddy?
Oh, man, I was going to spend at least an hour bitching at you about things. Are you not going to be there?
Oh my God! Cut the tape.
That's why I'm not
Edit
That's why
the
he's not
video.
I love it.
All righty. Thank
Good
you
seeing you,
guys.
All right,
Dom.
boys. Thank you.
Later. Bye.
Have a good one.